Morning guys, welcome back. So guys, this morning we're down in Toti. As you can see guys, there's many people on the rock, and I'm not too sure what's happening there. I don't see any fish, and the water's cleared up nicely. So we at the Toti main beach, and the program this morning will be slightly different. So we were invited to the, tell you now guys, give me a second, trying to bring it up. So guys, this morning we were invited to the junior school league. This is the fishing competition. And this morning we're just going to go through the registration, looking at the tackle, the bait. There's going to be rules, some safety, cleanliness, some photos. They're going to do a bit of a beach cleanup this morning. So we'll try and catch up with a few people guys, just to give us more information as to what the league is all about, and who's involved in the league. We're also keeping an eye on the sardines and fishing. Rocks seem to be very quiet. So we also down in Durban. We have a team down there looking for sardines this morning. So guys, I'm going to spend an hour or so, maybe 2 hours with the kids here. The registration is going to take place, so it's going to be held over 3 days. Today is going to be the registrations. The first day of fishing will be the 8th of July, and then the second day of fishing will be the 15th of July. So stay tuned guys. We want to cover this event, and there's some of you that want your kids involved. I'll try and catch up with the organizers, and they can give you a little more information. So stay tuned guys. See, some of the kids are here. Kids and parents are walking to the beach. I think they're going to set up here somewhere. So stay tuned guys.
This way, okay? It's important that you check that carefully. Okay, usually you and your partner, or you and the person on either side of you, will measure. So you usually measure by counting steps. So you measure halfway between the two pegs, and you mark off your zone. So you go like 1, 2, 3. Okay, you do the same thing on that side. So your fishing zone is from that line to the line on the other side. Okay, so this way. Okay, so this represents the area that you're allowed to fish in. For surf casting, this is the only place you can fish in. So this represents your zone. You cannot cast beyond that point, you cannot cast beyond that point. Because beyond that point is the next person's zone. Beyond that point is the other person's zone. Okay? If you do cast into the other zone, you can get warned. You'll get one warning by the person whose zone you're casting into. Second time, that person can call the marshal, and the marshal can give you a warning also. If the marshal sees that you're doing this constantly, they can ask you to pack up your stuff, and you lose the points for that day. Okay, so you have to be very careful about how you cast things there. That is also why it is very important that you use, that you carry big sinkers, bigger sinkers. Feel like in some conditions, some days you have very strong side wash. And no matter how you throw it, no matter how you try, your trace keeps getting washed into the next zone. You have to have a heavier sinker for that. You may need to bring grapnel sinkers also. Okay, in extreme cases, you may use grapnel sinkers. What we find usually is that cone sinkers work. Okay, so you can use cone sinkers, you can use small ones to big ones. Those usually hold in most types of current. Okay, but in extreme conditions, you have to use grapnels, because if it keeps washing into other zones, you can get warned for it. Alright, so this is basically your area that you're going to fish in. When you set up, when you set up your set, if this is your peg, all your stuff needs to be here, in front of your peg, but your number has to be visible. Okay, so you set up here, and you've got that area and that area to fish in. Any questions so far? Right. Most of you will be using rod stands. Some of you prefer to hold your rods in your hands. This is how I like setting up my site. When you set up your site, find an area that is suitable. Okay? One of the most efficient ways of setting up your site is the triangle shape. Like that. Okay? Put your rod stand here. Put your trace bar here. Now, you may be wondering about trace bars and stuff like that. I'll show you how we use this. This is just, as you can see, just a comb. 2 combs, okay, glued onto a piece of pipe. That's all it is. And what we use this for is to hold our traces, our spare traces. Okay? So, the trace bar will go here. Okay? And all my other stuff is at the back here. So when I work, my traces are here. Bait up, cast, put it back here, and then I sort out my traces. Okay, the area won't be this small, it will be spread out here in front of me. See, my tackle and stuff like that is here. So you work in this kind of pattern. You keep your bait box where you're baiting up. Somewhere there. This will obviously be there. Keep your bait box where you're baiting up, and you basically fish, put it in here, go here, start at your faces. Okay, everything else you need is behind you. If you do it this way, you work quite efficiently. Okay, and you also don't end up tangling with your lines, you don't end up kicking your traces and things like that as you walk. Okay, so work on a system, but obviously you need to find a system that works best for you. Okay, if this doesn't work for you, that's fine. Find something that works best for you. Okay, and then take it from there. This is basically how I like to set up my site. When you fish overseas also, most of the competitors set up their sites like this, because as you can see, you've got a very short distance to walk to get stuff. Okay, try and get it as close to the water as possible. One of the other big rules for surf casting is that your equipment cannot get wet. So your rod stand must be out of the water at all times. Okay, it's a rule in surf casting. Your rod stand has to be out of water all the time. It cannot get wet. Okay, any questions so far? Oh. When you cast, the rule is that the water must not be higher than your ankle. Okay, so ankle or knee, they usually clarify that. Okay, so basically try to keep your feet out of the water. Now remember, when you do self casting, you're targeting smaller fish. Most of the smaller fish are close to the front. If you keep walking into the water, you're scaring the fish away. Okay, so stay as far as possible from the water, and then yeah, that should be okay.
bucket, water, fish.
One of the other things, and you'll be given buckets at the opening ceremony. You have to have a bucket because surf casting is about conservation. We're looking at recording the numbers of fish and things that we catch. You have to have a bucket. All fish must be released alive to the water. Okay? The bucket, you catch your fish, place the fish in the bucket. The marshal or your competitor or either side can measure the fish for you and then return the fish to the bucket. Okay? Once it is measured, it has to be put back in the water. You must have measuring tape. Okay, you have to have measuring tape. I will try and get some of our marshals from school to bring those T-squares. You know, the EGD T-squares? Those work quite well because they have a lip. You can put the fish right against them. So we got a few of those, so we can get some of those. So basically this is the layout of the site. I just want to show you the trace bar quickly. You don't need anything fancy if you're planning on using a trace bar. A lot of people don't use trace bars. Okay? This is just a stand. Okay, it's one of these things that I broke. So it's adjustable. Okay? This is a comb on pipe, and then I put it onto this little clamp here. My original one, the one that I had first, had this cable tied to this. And that's all it is. So it fits like this. Okay. Push this in the sand, and then you hang your traces off this. So you have your spare traces that you can base. So, where's the bag? Oh. Okay, I didn't have much time, so I just made this roughly last night. These are just 2 hook traces. This is basically how the trace ball works. Okay, swivel, hooks onto this, and it just hangs down. And that's it. So you can stand up. When you're fishing, you need to watch what's happening at all times. So you can stand up, put your bait, face the water at the same time. You can watch your rod while you're baiting up. You can watch your rod while you're baiting up, and then you set. Your next bait is ready. Okay. What we use is quick clips. So instead of tying our line on all the time, we put a quick clip on our main line. And then all we do is clip this one, throw it in. Okay? When this is done, when we finish using this, use that, clip it there, take a new bait, clip it on, throw it in. Again, it's about speed. Okay, any questions? I went through a lot very quickly. But this is the basics. This is what you start off with. Okay, set up your zone properly. Water must be kept close to your bucket. You can wash your hands and things there with it. Okay, get a cloth for handling the fish also. And that's about it. So there's no more questions. I think the organizers might be here now, so we can maybe go there and join them.
So we might see them in nicer out shape with the fish.
Sorry.
Okay. Out to the head of the fish there.
Okay. Usually when we wave, okay, the head of the fish goes here, and then the tail comes this way. Remember, for surf casting, minimum size is 15 centimeters. Okay, anything less than that doesn't count. And you are allowed to squeeze the tail together, try and get 15 centimeters. So you don't have to leave it like this, you can put it together. You can, okay, so maximum length possible for a fish. This is the map Dinesh used at the senior surf casting tournament. I don't know if we will be able to get these, but we can ask. Okay. A simple ruler works, or you can get measuring tape. Okay. Any other questions? Anything from your side? Okay, I think that's it. Let's just get our stuff. We'll go there, meet the organizers, and then we can carry on.
So there you go, guys. The kids have been briefed some of the ways, some of the rules. So stay tuned, guys. We're trying to meet some of the senior guys. I think we're going to do a little clinic. So in the meantime, guys, we're also keeping an eye on the fishing this morning. We're also keeping an eye on the sardines. So stay tuned, guys. So guys, welcome back. Let's have a quick chat to Richard. Remember, Richard's got a Facebook page called Granta Gully Granta Gully Fishing Tribe. Yeah. So guys, like his page, join that Facebook page, and let's have a quick chat to Richard. Go, bud.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Today we are at Toti, the main beach. We are having the KZN School League that's going to be held over 3 Saturdays. Today is the first day, then on the 8th and on the 15th again. It's open to all children. You don't have to be in the club. Just come and join. It's free. If you don't have tackle will be supplied, bait can be supplied, and then at the end of the day it's prize presentation and awards, and that's going to happen for 3 Saturdays in this month during the school holidays. And this is actually hosted by NCAU, and they are doing an excellent job with developing the kids of today, keeping them off the roads and into fishing. We're also going to use this opportunity for practicing for the surf casting junior national that will be coming up towards the end of July, and we have those kids here as well. Thanks, Danny, and I'll let you know how the thing goes.
No problem. Thanks, Richard. Thanks.
Abash.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. We're a little busier now. Lots of people have come in. A lot of kids have come in. There's also a park run right in front of us. So right now, guys, the guys are involved in all the registration.
Yeah. How are you? Yeah.
Danny.
So guys, let's have a chat to Krish. Krish is the president. Welcome, Krish. Go for it, bud.
Hi everybody. This morning we're starting the KwaZulu-Natal Coastal Anglers Union Schools League. We're here at Toti, and we cater for all kids from under 10s all the way to open division. As long as you're in school, you could come to this league. It's been well publicized. We've got quite a bit of sponsors from all the major tackle stores and independents, and I think today we're going to have perhaps more than 20 to 25 kids participating. There'll be some prizes afterwards. We do this especially to grow our sport. Our sport of angling is one of the easiest things to get our kids into a sport that keeps them off their screen time, keeps them from being in trouble, and also teaches them patience, perseverance, and the love for nature. We have 2 more leagues. We have one next week on Saturday on the 8th and on the 15th. Anybody who's willing to come, bring your kids along, you're welcome to. Thank you.
Thanks, Krish. So once again, guys, we at Toti Main Beach. So the next date would be the 8th, and the following date would be the 15th of July. So guys, if you have young kids that are in school, please bring them along. So stay tuned, guys.
All packages. Not players. Buses. If you're, oh, it's this bit, sorry.
Cable tie here for now. Let's see the plan works out first.
So guys, the kids are just getting sorted out. Registration's been done. I think we got approximately 35 to 40 kids that is fishing this morning. So we'll try and follow them during the course of the day, guys. We'll see how they're going. So the water looks much nicer this morning. So stay with us, yes, guys.
Peacemaker? Okay. Morning children, morning parents. Before we start any communications, we've got 34 forms filled. If somebody didn't fill in a form, please do so. Otherwise, you wouldn't be allowed to participate in this in the schools league today. Everybody here fill the form. Okay, all right. Thank you for waking up early in the morning. I think we've got a fantastic turnout. I think there's 34 kids here. With it, parents, guardians, grandparents. Thank you for getting everybody fit and waking them up early in the morning. So today, we're going to start with a bit of intro. There'll be a bit of rules. There'll be something about water safety. Like everything in life, like at home, there are rules, and we need to follow the rules here. It's important that we follow rules. It keeps away from chaos, and it makes life easy for everybody else. Okay, so let's actually start. I'm Krish Naidu. I'm the Transformation and Development Officer of the KZNCAU, and we try to host every year a schools league, and we do it during the school holiday. And the schools league has got many things in the background regarding the schools league, but the key bit is to teach you kids to enjoy the sea, be able to fish as a sport, feed yourself if you need to. But when you're on the beach, you're with nature. It teaches you patience, because it's not called catching, it's called fishing. It teaches you perseverance. If you lost a fish, to try again. And it teaches you about timelines. There's only a certain amount of time for you to do certain things, and it teaches you to be disciplined. And then the most important thing is it keeps you away from your screen at home. Yeah. So thank you for coming along. I'm going to go over a few rules, but before I do anything about the rules, I want to talk about safety. Okay? And come, Peacemaker. Peacemaker, I know him for years. I've seen him and his team do some amazing things here, saving people. And I'm talking about lots of people. 31 people get washed off a bank and nobody gets injured and end up in hospital. That's quite amazing. So he's going to give us a few safety tips while we're on the beach that we need to take understanding of. And if we get into trouble, these are the things we need to do to just alert everybody else that we're in trouble.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. My name is Peacemaker. I'm a senior lifeguard. I've been working at the beach probably more than 15 years now. My name is Peacemaker Mtetwa. I've been working here at Toti Beach for more than 15 years. I'm a senior lifeguard. I'm responsible for 6 beaches and 6 patrols. First thing first, when you come to the beach, you need to make sure that you properly clothes. Your clothes are proper, because like you guys, I think you all want to be fishermen and you're competing. you need to have shades. I can see some of you got shades. If it's wind, you need to have jackets so that you won't get cold. And have sunblock if possibly, so that you must make sure that your skin doesn't crack. The most important thing also is to know where you are. If you are fishing on the rocks, you must understand the high tide and the low tide, because you might end up slipping and getting into trouble. If you get into that situation, you need to try and wave for help if they in the nearest lifeguard, because if you can see on most of our beaches, they've got rocks. Or Toti, Winkley Beach, Wana Beach, they've got rocks. So mostly of the fishermen, they like to fish on the rocks, especially on the tide is good. The other thing is that if you end up getting into trouble, you need to wave for help and ask for someone to call for help to the lifeguards. If anything happens, if you slip and you can't get a cut, we have a beach office where you can come and we can assist you for first aid. Yeah, I think those are the most important things that you guys need to know to make sure that you guys are safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Peacemaker.
Thank you. Okay.
Your keys, Peacemaker.
Okay, and when we're on the beach, the lifeguard has all the authority and power to tell us what we need to do and how we need to keep ourselves safe, and we will abide by those, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go on to a few little rules that we would need here to fish today. So, whenever we start fishing, when we leave here, we'll start fishing. We will end at 10:30 today. So we might have less than 2 hours of angling, but it doesn't matter. The whole idea is to get you guys here to enjoy the day. When we're done, what is the first thing we'll do when we say time is up out of fishing? What do we do? Yes? Before you arrive back here, what do you do?
Release all the fish.
No, you release the fish when you catch it, so it's still alive.
Clean up.
There we go. Say that loudly.
Clean up.
Okay. As soon as we say time's up, the first thing you do is gather all your stuff that you brought with you. Firstly, your personal belongings. Then all the, I'm going to call rubbish now, paper, plastic, anything that you took down to the beach or that was with you. You only leave your footprints when you're leaving the beach. Yeah? If you got any bait, put the bait back. Let's feed the fish and let them grow for next week when we get back and catch them when they're larger. Okay. In this competition, nobody is allowed to enter the water. Those who understand the word wading, there is no wading. Yeah? You can wet your toesies a little, but beyond that, nobody's allowed to go into the water.
Below the knees, below the knees, cast against
No, it's just I don't want them to go in the water. This is not surf casting rules or this is just safety rules for here today.
Okay.
Yeah, just only wet your toesies. I don't want anybody in the water, even with catching or landing fish. We've got people who've come for the first time angling today. What's your name, young man?
Aman.
One moment. Who else is the first time coming angling for the first time? No, first time angling. First time you're fishing, not first time you're coming to. First time you're fishing. Okay, you guys, we will get you teamed up with other people when you get to the beach. People will help you to tie your traces, put your baits on, all of that. There's no worries. For the little kids that can't cast, the guardians and parents can cast for them, but I'll prefer the kid to hold the rod and feel a little fish on the end. That's what the idea is. So after you cast, hand the rod over to the kid and allow the kid to play the fish if he has a fish. Yeah. Anything you catch today, we will measure. Somebody will measure for you. There'll be a name card for you and write it down. Yeah. But we will return every fish back alive. Okay. So, are there any questions from anybody at the moment?
One with the kids not touching the water. Can the parents help them fill a bucket of water because washing their hair and cleaning
You can
up?
you can wet your toesies, whatever. You can fill your bucket. There's no worries. But I'm talking about when you're fishing. I don't want anybody to go into the water. Any other questions? Okay. So the only other rule now is that we fish 100 meters left of that flag post. We start there and we keep going further left. Okay? And just have fun. Please make your way down. People, the bait will come around handing baits to everybody who doesn't have baits, and then just start fishing. Somebody will be there to help you record your catches. Scorecards will come along. Somebody will have scorecards there. You can take a scorecard. You can take a few scorecards and measure in a little space. Very similar to surf casting in that regard. Yeah. Okay, I want all the kids to come along so we can take a group photo before you guys make your way to the beach. Just get closer together, little ones in front, small ones at the back.
It's okay.
There you go, guys. Kids are making their way to the beach.
We won't allow any fish to die. How are you? You okay? Oh, wow. I'm so happy you did. I'm so happy you did. Yeah, but all the scorecards are gone now?
Hi, how are you?
All right, thank you. You well? Guys, that's just the logo. Hope you can see it. KwaZulu Natal Coast Anglers Union. So we'll try and get down to the kids later on. Let them get settled, and we'll follow them along, guys. So stay tuned, guys. Sorry about the sun, guys, but the kids are well on the way. It's a very relaxed morning. Let's see if anyone catches any fish. Guys, the conditions are not all that great this morning. So right now I haven't seen any fish. Just did. Yeah, Everyone's here. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I'll let you know as soon as something comes up. Okay, my friend. Hold on, my boy.
Yeah. Hold the fish, my boy. I need for your magazine. Too much of shell.
Wait, take this off your ears.
Turn the fish this way.
Yeah, hold the fish up. Yeah. Wait. Pick it up.
Or just hold it like this. Hold here with one hand with the jaws.
Hold on, my boy. Suddenly the fish is on the bite you. So suddenly, guys, we have a few fish. Seem to be all wave gathered.
It's 26.
26.
Yep.
So guys, it's almost 10:30. So it's been a quiet morning for the kids. Wasn't too much happening. There was a few fish. The conditions are still not right, guys, so we need a few more days for the sea to settle. So we'll have a quick chat to Richard and we can round up for today. Let's go, Richard.
Yeah, how's it, Danny? Okay, we've got about 5 minutes left to the children's league competition. There's quite a bit of fish came out. They've got some moonfish, some banana fish, just here and there. Water condition, color is not so exciting, but yeah, the kids are doing well. They got some fish. Just log on to the Off-Road for Life, Off-Road for Life, and Grantagali Fishing Tribe and NCAU pages. You can get more pictures and videos of the action for today. Don't forget, today was our first league. The next children's league will be on the 8th. That will be the next Saturday. And then there's a third one on the 11th. And then thereafter, towards the end of July, we have the Surf Casting Junior National Championship. And it's going to be right here at Toti. Thanks, Danny.
Thanks, buddy. So there you guys, we have it. So Richard did a little more walking than I did. So there was probably a little more fish that I've seen. So once again, thanks for watching, guys. Take care, guys. Cheers.